Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to talk about the equipment system overview of Wizardry variants Daphne. I won't go into progression in details, just for all of you to just glean over and have a general understanding of the equipment system in Wizardry. Okay, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, equipments in Wizardry. So basically we have weapons and armor. I've separated the type of weapons into one-handed and two-handed. So for one-handed we have dagger, one-handed sword, one-handed axe, one-handed blunt weapons, one-handed staff, and throwing weapons. Just a heads up, the game doesn't actually have any throwing weapons in it as of now. So it's just something that exists inside the item filter. Well, let me show you if I can. Let me see. If I press filter here, there, throwing a weapon, but we don't have anything yet. So maybe it's coming in the future soon, or very later down the line. We don't know. Anyway, and then for two-handed weapons, we have spears, two-handed sword, two-handed axe, two-handed blunt weapons, two-handed staff, and bow. For armor slots, we have shield, head slot, torso slot, hand slot, feet slot, and accessories. And there's 3 categories for each slot, other than accessory, which is clothing, light, and heavy armor. Okay, next we'll go over the stats inside the equipment details. Okay, I'll click dagger here. So, as you can see from the guide, we have 7 key points that we need to take note. Okay, number 1, grade. Grade is based on the color. So the color gives the equipment additional blessings from the get-go, and it goes from white, green, blue, purple, and red. And then we have enhanced value. It's for example, this dagger here has a enhanced value of +10, and this enhanced value has a maximum cap based on the strength level of the equipment, which will go further into the next in the next page. Okay, number 3, we have quality. Quality is based on the number of stars. Quality doesn't affect the base stats of the equipment. It just affects the roll on the additional blessings here, which I'll go over in the next page. So bear with me for a bit. And then we have base value. This is the base value of the equipment. So we have here attack power, for example, 56 times 2. This means that the weapon attacks 2 times per action. And then we have 4 action speed, 15 accuracy, and 2 evasion. Okay, so we'll go over to what quality does in the next page. Okay. Number 5 is additional blessings. Okay, so additional blessings have let's split it into 2. We have what the additional blessing does and how much it contributes numerically. Okay, so what quality does is it affects the numerical value of the additional blessings that it will roll. You can see here, for example, my dagger has a 3rd and 4th additional blessings lock. It says here it's unlocked at enhancement value +15 and +20 for the final blessing. But what it will roll for now, for this particular dagger, is random. But how much it will roll is based on the quality, how many numbers of stars it have. So if you want to keep the valuable weapons, you would try to aim as high as the quality as possible based on the number of stars. And then we have traits for weapons. Some of them have specific traits. Sometimes it's based on the class of the weapon itself. Let's say for this one, dagger, this is an earth element dagger, so we have earth type here. And also because it's a dagger base type, we have nimble strike. And if you press the information button here, it will tell you what the special trait does. And there's some weapon that have traits that is outside from their weapon class. So do take note on those special weapons. One more thing I almost forgot to mention. So basically, we covered just now about grade, how it goes from white, green, blue, purple to red. So the difference between the grade of the equipment is how many additional blessings that it starts off with. So let's say, for example, okay, white is the normal rarity, so it doesn't come with any additional blessing. And then next grade is green, so it comes with one additional blessings unlocked. And blue, okay, blue comes with 2, and then purple comes with 3, and then red comes with 4. Okay, finally is max intensity of the weapon. So the enhancement value of equipment has a cap where it goes from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 based on the strength level. At 0 strength, it can go up to where is it? Can go up to +5, and then 1 strength level can go up to 2, up to 10. 2 strength level can go up to 15, and finally 20. Okay, next let's compare to the base stats that comes together with each different equipment. So we'll start with one-handed weapons. So we have here, just look at the table on the screen right now. We have dagger, sword, axe, blunt weapons, staff, and throwing weapons. So just a gentle reminder, these are all one-handed weapons. We have a two-handed weapon types as well that we'll go into later. Okay, so dagger has an attack power of ×2, so it hits twice, and then it has bonus to action speed, accuracy, and evasion. It also has the trait nimble strike, where nimble strike converts the dexterity of the wielder for chance to increase to inflict critical hits, which are called sure hits or sure T stats. And then we have swords, which is also like the dagger, can attack twice, and it has a +10 accuracy and evasion, but it has no special trait. Oh, by the way, the last column, which is the class, it specifies which class can equip what equipment. So F stands for fighter, K knight, T thief, M mage, and then P priest. So that's just a heads up for your reference. Then we have next the axe. The axe only attacks once. It has a lower accuracy bonus, but it also has defense penetration, whereby let's see, defense penetration, where is it? Give me an X. Okay. So defense penetration allows the user to ignore a certain percentage of the defense power of the enemy. This is quite good on enemies with high physical defense, high defense, but usually those enemies can only be reliably damaged using magic, but an axe also can go through their defenses. Then we have blunt weapons. So it has even lower bonus of accuracy and evasion, but it also has penalty to surety, which I, as I mentioned just now, is the critical hit chance stats. But the mace has inflict stun, which gives a weapon chance to inflict stun. It has also evasion damage, whereby if you miss, you still deal damage, just a low amount of damage to the enemy. Then we have one-handed staff. So one-handed staff is something that mage or priest use to increase their magic or divine power. It usually has very low attack power. And finally, we have throwing weapons. But as mentioned before, we don't actually have throwing weapons yet in the game. So I'm just putting it not available there as of now. Okay, this the summarized feature for each weapon type. So dagger, high action speed accuracy, high crit rate, attacks twice, but the cons is that it has quite low attack power, so you need to overcome that particular portion. Sword, high accuracy, balanced stats, but it has no special traits. Also attack twice. X, as mentioned just now, defense penetration. Blunt weapon, stun chance, and deal damage even if attack misses. Staff, one-handed staff can increase magic or divine power, but also allows your priest or mage to hold a shield. But it also has the lowest attack power, so it's not something you really use for attacking. Okay, next up we'll go to two-handed weapon. So a new category for two-handed is the spear. So okay, most weapon only attacks one for two-handed, so just a heads up. But the spear has accuracy and evasion. It also has the traits strength base, whereby I'll just pick whatever two-handed weapon for. Okay, strength base plus weapon that requires strength to wield. When equipped, the wielder attack power is easily more conveyed. From what I understand, this means that the strength stats of a character will have a modifier, but we don't actually. I don't actually have a number now. I don't think anybody has data mined the actual number yet. But basically, the strength stat for two-handers are more important than ever to really raise the attack power of the weapon. So then we have the sword. So you can read the stats right there. Most two-handed weapons have a penalty to action speed, but except the spear. Well, for melee weapon at least. So sword, axe, blunt weapons have a different penalty of base stats. The only difference about their traits is that from the one-handed version is that they have strength base plus on their trait to better inflict damage on the enemies. Then we have staff. The two-handed staff version has a higher stats for magic and divine power, and it's also strength based, but I'm not really sure. I haven't really tested it around much, but it's still not something you want to use to physically attack an enemy. And then finally we have the bow. Okay, so the main nuances of each equipment we can see from this next page, whereby spear have a high accuracy and evasion, but the good thing, the one thing that is not mentioned specifically inside the weapon stats, this is true for the spear and as well as the bow. The spear is actually a medium range weapon where it can attack one row further without penalty. So basically this game has a the enemy will stand in can stand in multiple rows, and you have basically close range weapon, medium range weapon, which is currently only the spear, and then long range weapon, which is currently only the bow. So this when you try to attack enemy outside your weapons range per se, it will suffer a damage penalty. I'm not sure if it also suffers anything else like accuracy, but damage penalty for sure. But the spear can overcome at least one row of attack, one row of formation to inflict full damage. But it also has lowest attack power among two-handed weapons, even including the bow. But it has high accuracy and evasion, so it's good for evasion tank, I guess. Evasion fighter. Then we have sword, axe, blunt weapon, so basically still the same as one-handed version. Staff also the same. The only difference is that so two-handed staff as usual cannot hold a shield. Only one-handed weapon can. So this if you want to wield the stuff with your mage and priest, make sure to put them at the back line instead of the front. And then finally bow, as mentioned just now, it's a long range weapon and it suffers no penalty when attacking enemies at any row formation. And then finally we'll talk about armors. So for armors, because armors are quite case by case basis, so I just generalize the roles on the equipment type. So it's based on category: cloth, light, and heavy. But basically, cloth armor have lowest amount of defense, light have a moderate amount of defense, and heavy has the highest amount of defense. But the difference is that cloth armor sometimes have a bonus to things like accuracy, speed, and evasion, and light armor sometimes have a penalty, sometimes have basically no roll, no stats on this accuracy, speed, and evasion. And heavy armor typically have a penalty on action, speed, accuracy, and evasion. And make sure to take note as well what class can equip them. And that's about it for the equipment system overview for Wizardry Variants Daphne. I'm maybe planning to do an equipment progression video as well, just to explain how to obtain and craft some good gears and how to specifically target certain stats. Let's say, for example, I'll show you some of my equipment. Say, for example, my shield has 14 vision and 6 surety. Surety is the critical stats. My iron ring with 17 vision, 8 surety. And just a heads up, you can actually build a frontline evasion based fighter like I'm doing with my main character. And I currently have 109 evasion on my character, and this is not something that's easily achieved without those stats roll, because most equipment doesn't come with base evasion. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you very much. Bye.